Hello Aquarius, welcome back to the channel. We are going to check in with your person and you and see if they will break the no contact, what is going on here, and what do you need to know. Too many cards popped up. Hierophant, Seven of Cups, and the Tower coming through. Some of you really want to have like a higher commitment, and you feel like either this person is just treating you as an option, or there is just a lot of uh, overwhelmed emotions in regards to a higher commitment, and there is some sort of stormy energy here with this Tower. You may feel like you want some clarity, you want some respect, you want some validation or truth when it comes to your emotions. And the more that you push on that, the more the other person will be kind of like pushing you back, is what I'm getting here. But you're questioning, like, do you want to go in different ways? It's as if like you both went onto a break, even though there was like this very stable connection and relationship going on. And like out of the blue, it was like, well, I need to think things through, so let's take a break. And then you never really got like the full answers that you wanted. Like the clear communication never really came. So you kind of like let it a little bit slide, but now you feel like, okay, it's way too long. Like, what is going to happen? Like, what's the next step? Like, do they have feelings from you, or did they move on with someone else? Like, you may start to believe that they feel so much more comfortable in being alone rather than be with you. Let's see, what are their feelings, because you're scattering a lot of illusions right now. Okay, it may have also to do with religion, with background, or just a specific mindset. You may feel like this person may have not shown up with respect in regards to your background, religious energies, spiritual energies, or your wisdom. Even worse, like being rejected for your wisdom as an Aquarius. Like, hell no. Like, don't play Aquarius for a fool, Okay, let's see. How do they feel about Aquarius? Yeah, you're dealing with someone that doesn't feel quite hurt emotionally. They may feel even cornered a little bit, or they may even say that you pushed them away, like the way that you communicated to them, it hurt their feelings, it made them feel stuck emotionally and rejected for them to, you know, leave or detach. Okay, this person has probably also something from their past that they're still attached to, that they're still like in the midst of letting go. And I do feel like with that Knight of Swords, there was like this truth that came to them in a very fragile moment in their life that made them feel like, okay, Aquarius is not listening to me. Aquarius does not understand what I'm going through, or Aquarius does not understand the emotional baggage that I am still carrying with me. Okay, so you are dealing with someone that is a little bit emotionally stuck here. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like they are also very radical. Like they switch upon things quickly. So like one day they're like super enthusiastic about something, and then the next day they're just like completely like passive aggressive about things. Like there is this like passive aggressive energy, and it probably is coming from their emotional um, insecurities. Okay, like they don't have like an emotional secure base, or they're just left like a very emotionally draining situation, and they're still dealing with the baggage of that. But they are planning to come forward though. Heard some really weird noises outside. Yeah, Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. I think that this person's main goal right now is to really detach and heal properly. And in the midst of this healing process, they may not always hear what you have to say or understand your emotions. And that could be causing you to feel like, okay, I need to break down this tower. I need to break down this commitment. Yeah. Because they're still in the Four of Cups, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This doesn't feel like it's the right moment to initiate conversations, to initiate, to talk about things. And it's because either they just like recently, got off late from their work, or just, escaped some sort of a big commitment that just turned into some sort of chaos in their life. So because of that, they do have something else on their plate that they are dealing with, and you may feel like, okay, you have to deal with me, and they're like, but I'm trying to leave that situation, so there is this agitated energy. But I do feel like from your person, they're really going through a very sad energy. Like the energies that I'm seeing here, it just feels like misunderstood, sad, down. Okay. Yeah, and you feel abandoned. Like you feel like you're not being prioritized, or your feelings matter too, or your thoughts or your wisdom or your advice matters too, right? So it's like both people are feeling quite hurt, but it feels to me that your person is hurt by something else that is affecting you. Yeah, you're being very defensive in a way that you're being like, you're protecting your heart, you're protecting yourself, you're defending yourself, and you feel like you're not receiving some sort of clarity from them. And because of that, you just don't trust them. There is some sort of truth or some sort of final information, like a piece of information that you are expecting from them, and you're not getting it. And that's why you feel like, well, I cannot trust you. Unless you tell me the truth, I cannot trust you. Unless you give me that clarity, I cannot trust you. Yeah, exactly. Justice. So for some of you, you are really considering to really end this, like mentally and even emotionally end it in some sort of way, because you feel like you're not doing yourself a favor sitting with their past baggage. It's like you almost take the responsibility of their past baggage, and now you start to realize like, okay, I cannot take their responsibility upon me. They need to fix their own situation. You don't shouldn't be a part of that tower, but at the same time, it is like some sort of formal commitment that they have. So either they have children with that person, or there is like a formal community or a work situation, and you know that that person had a relationship with that person that they are now working with. So it's like all like a big mess. It's like a big soup, and you're just like trying to detach yourself from that big soup. You're just like, okay, like either that's going to end or I need to end this. Like you feel like you need to make like some sort of ultimatum here. But should you? Yeah, Three of Swords. I feel like you're allowing your pain and your past disappointments make you make decisions that are also coming from a past trauma or past wounding. Okay, like let's say that someone didn't choose you over someone else, you may still cope with the dilemma or the fear that this person will also not choose you. So you have lost a little bit of that faith, but also a little bit of like human empathy. That sounds very cruel. I don't mean it that cruel, but there is some sort of empathy here. But you feel like, no, I need that empathy right now. Like, just point it out to me, like I want it. And the other person is like completely like stuck in their own emotional baggage here. And you're just like, I don't care. I don't care if they're stuck in their emotional baggage. Like, I've gone through a lot of pain myself, okay? It's like your pain is vocal and their pain is not. So that makes you feel like you have more pain um, to have validate yourself with, while they don't vocalize the pain, but they're also going through pain. So the Two of Cups is there. So really saying like balance your emotions, really work on your own past betrayals, um, and don't pass and copy that onto them, right? What's going to be the outcome here? Yeah, Six of Pentacles. It was sideways, so it's not quite balanced yet for the both of you. King of Swords. That's your energy. Page of Swords. I mean, if you really don't trust this person and you really feel like they're going to do the same thing as they always did, then that might be just a clear message for you to, wrap that chapter up, to not go over and over again in the same type of scenarios, because that might be also like your higher self saying like, well, if you've been in the same scenario, you saw how it ended, then it might have been like a lesson that came to you that you have to learn from and change within yourself rather than avoiding doing the change. So that means that, yeah, you understand what that means. I mean, it's still on you, but this feels to me as if it's saying, like, if you know that you're always going to be, no, let me just reframe it. If you know that this is your truth, that like the last person did the same thing, the one before that did the same thing, so you assume that this one is going to do the same thing, that might be like spirit's lesson for you to say like, hey, if you already know that it's going to end the same way, then change the dynamic, change the person. Like, you've learned your lesson. And that itself could be also quite painful, knowing like, okay, I attracted the same type of scenario in my life, and now I have another heartbreak. But that's also a karmic energy. And the way I'm seeing it, Tower, Death, and the World, these three major arcanas are all talking about like something needing to end, something needed to have like a karmic closure and end of a chapter. Hold your horses now. I feel empty without you, and I'm trying to be someone you can trust. See, this was all about like the trust issues. They do feel very empty. I can see that. But you also feel empty. You both are like excluding yourself from one another. This person feels very stressed this person would feel very stressed if you would walk away from them. If you maybe already did it. What will be the outcome? The Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords is the outcome? King of Wands. King of Cups. Two of Swords, bottom of the deck. I mean, just saw this. No. This funny guy on Instagram that always is like, I mean, yeah, what do you want me to say? He's so freaking funny. I don't know his name, but he's like super freaking funny. This feels like that. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you both want? Like, you both are very, very much in your masculine energy, very stubborn again, like holding your pride and ego. The other one is like holding on to their emotions, not being open and honest. There is still a lot of blocked energy. I mean, like, I don't feel at all that this is going to move forward at this point. Unless both of you start to trust one another, because obviously, looking from their end, why would they trust you when a past connection just like got destroyed? So they have also trust issues when it comes to higher commitments. So do you with your past. So you both are living in this pain that is not filling any cup as well. Like it makes you both feel empty, because not trusting and not loving properly will also, like, milk out the love, is what I get. Sorry, that's just okay. One more time. I regret lying to you. Now, this could be from your end. You may have not been honest about something, or not been real honest about your deep feelings of neglectment or abandonment, right? Which is not, which is understandable. It's not very easy to open up about that. But, being open in regards to your issues could also be birding some sort of understanding from their end. Okay. You and I were too young, so you both feel like quite immature in a way that both of you are handling the situation regarding your age, but it could also mean that you may have known each other from way too young, and then you came back together at a later point in life, but then like life had happened to both of you, and now you have to deal with all the life happenings and how to maintain and make like a new commitment together. It feels like such a heavy energy here, Aquarius. But the problem is that whatever you do, which direction you both go, you still want to be with one another. And it's like y'all both need to make up your mind. That's what I feel. You both need to make up your mind. It's like all over the place with these energies. And I don't know. It just feels like guiding shoulder. Like right now, you both need some sort of helping hand, or you both need to have some compassion for yourself, have some compassion for one another. All right. Like treat yourself as well as you would treat a child, because the emotions are super high right now, super emotional, painful. So there's a lot of those lower type of energies that are going on, and both of you need to find a way to nurture that inner child before making any type of decisions. That's all I have for you. Will there be? Yeah, no. Like, I tried to force it, and it's not happening. You see, this is maybe the lesson. Like, stop forcing something. Let things flow naturally. Because I just asked, because you're probably there after this whole reading, still saying, but will they break the no contact? Even though I actually said like multiple times, like no. And then I was like, let me just pull one more card, and I got the 5 of Wands. And it's like, no, there is still like this unresolved conflict internally that needs to be resolved. Once you get into a peaceful state, once you don't depend on that person to make you feel in a certain way, to make you feel happy, to make you feel loved, to make you feel content, to make you feel whole, that's when the things start to change. But if both of you are just like keep on blaming one another, and like the mistrust, and that marriage and that relationship and this and that, and because of that I do like this, that's like an ongoing battle that needs to be fixed first, for both of you, not just one, for both. Tower. Exactly. Fix that tower, because that's not going to be a stable future foundation. Once that tower is fixed, that's when you can rebuild from a very stable ground. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that you receive this message in a good way. I pray for that. I'm here to help you and to guide you, and to also show a mirror. And yes, you don't have to take all of the reading, but this is just like a very straightforward shooter, Sagittarius. And I know you guys do really respect that, I hope. Anyway, it's a Mercury retrograde, so please don't blame me for any communication, because it's in my sign. Okay, so thank you and take care.